morning, students. In the previous classes, we have seen the theoretical discrete distributions, binomial distribution and Poisson distribution. So in this class, we are going to see the theoretical continuous distribution, namely normal distribution. This is a theoretical continuous distribution. This is a continuous distribution. In the previous classes we have seen binomial and Poisson distribution. Both are discrete distributions. So what is the definition? A random variable capital X is said to follow the normal distribution if its density function is in the form f of x is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi into e power minus of x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square, where x is in between minus infinity and plus infinity, and mu is also in between minus infinity and plus infinity, and sigma is greater than 0. Here, mu and sigma square are the parameters of the distribution. Mu is the mean and sigma square is the variance, and both are, we call it as a parameters of the normal distribution. And we use the notation x approximates to n mu comma sigma square to denote the random variable x follows the normal distribution with the parameters mu and sigma square, where mu is the mean of the distribution and sigma square is the variance of the distribution. In later cases, we are going to prove mean is equal to mu and variance is equal to sigma square. And keep in your mind, the f of x will be in the form 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus of x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square. This you have to keep in mind. This will be used in almost all the derivations. F of x should be used as 1 by sigma root 2 pi into e power minus of x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square. Now see the important points in the normal distribution. If a random variable x with mean mu and variance sigma square, and if it follows the normal distribution, then it can be expressed as x approximates to n mu comma sigma square. X approximates to, this symbol we read it as approximates to n mu comma sigma square, where mu and sigma square are the parameters of the distribution and n indicates that it follows the normal distribution. Then another point, if x follows the normal distribution with the parameters mu and sigma square and z is equal to x minus mu by sigma, then it is called, z is called a standard normal variable, standard normal variate with expected value of z, that is mean is equal to 0 and variance of z is equal to 1. If x is a normal variable or normal distribution random variable, then z is called a standard normal distribution variable where expected value of z is equal to 0 and variance of z is equal to 1. Here expected value of z is mu, expected value of x is mu and variance of x is sigma square. Here z is a variable which is defined as x minus mu by sigma and expected value of z is here 0 and variance of z is equal to 1. And we use the notation z approximates to n 0 comma 1 to denote the random variable or standard normal variable follows the normal distribution with parameters 0 comma 1. And also one more point here is to refer, since f of x is a PDF, we know that if f of x is any PDF, then sum of all its probabilities is equal to 1. So similarly here also f of x is a normal distribution PDF, so we can have that integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is equal to 1. So here you should remember one point, in integral discrete distributions we use the sigma notation. Sigma notation, here we use the integral notation because it takes all the values in between the range, so we go for integral sign because it is a continuous distribution. We take only integral values, so there we use only summation notation. Clear? So next fourth point. So we know that the PDF of the normal distribution f of x is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus of x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square, where x is in between minus infinity and plus infinity, and mu is also in between minus infinity and plus infinity, and sigma is greater than 0. This is the probability density function of the random variable x, where x is a normal distribution. Suppose if I take z is equal to x minus mu by sigma, we call z is a standard normal variable, standard normal variate. Then the probability density function will get in the form phi of z is equal to, phi of z is denoted the PDF of the variable z. This is the probability density function of the variable x. So how will it change? See this 1 by sigma is equal to 1. In normal distribution, standard normal distribution, expected value of z is equal to 0 and variance of z is equal to 1. So sigma 1, so 1 by root 2 pi e power, and here x minus mu by sigma is replaced by z. So this value becomes minus z square by 2, where z is in between minus infinity and plus infinity. So here, see this is the PDF of the normal variable capital X. This is the probability density function of the standard normal variate z, and the relation between z and x is z is equal to x minus mu by sigma. So here we denote the probability density function of the standard normal variate by phi of z. This is small f of x. This is phi of z, small phi of z. Phi of z is equal to 1 by root 2 pi into e power minus z square by 2. So here onwards we use phi of z is 1 by root 2 pi e power minus z square by 2, and f of x is 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square. Now see the probability distributive function or cumulative distributive function. Already we have seen in the binomial distribution and Poisson distribution. Here also we are going to define cumulative distributive function of normal distribution. So I denote this as capital F of z, capital F of z. The cumulative distributive function of the normal variate, standard normal variate z, is denoted by F of z, and it is defined as f of z is equal to probability of z less than or equal to z. Probability of z less than or equal to z. So probability of z less than or equal to z means this is z0 minus infinity plus infinity and z is equal to some value z. So z less than or equal to z means it will be the interval minus infinity to z. Z less than or equal to z means entire this portion. That comes under minus infinity to z, and phi of z is the PDF of the standard normal distribution into dz. So here see the formula, the cumulative distributive function f of z is equal to integral minus infinity to z phi of z dz, where phi of z is the PDF, the probability density function of the normal variate z. Standard normal variate. Z means standard normal variate. X means normal variate. Z to x. This is the normal distribution random variable. This is the standard normal distribution random variable. And another point, the distribution curve. Suppose if x is this axis and f of x is the like y axis, and if you take the graph on this axis, we get a famous bell-shaped curve. The graph will be like this. If you take the values x on x-axis, capital X values on x is minus infinity to infinity, we know that. And suppose if we take the f of x values on y-axis, then the graph will be the bell-shaped curve. Am I right? This is on the shape of bell-shaped curve, and the x is equal to mu. This is the line x is equal to mu. The peak of the curve, the peak point of the curve is on the line x is equal to mu, or x is equal to mu or z is equal to 0, same. So when x is equal to, we know that z is equal to x minus mu by sigma. So when x is equal to mu, what will happen? When x is equal to mu, z is equal to x plus mu raste mu minus mu by sigma, and that is equal to 0. x is equal to mu or z is equal to 0, both are same lines. X is equal to mu is the line which is y axis. So in terms of z, it can be written as z is equal to 0, and z is minus infinity lower limit, and upper limit x is equal to plus infinity. So the graph of the normal distribution is in the form of bell shape. It is a bell shaped curve, and the mean is on the x is equal to mu is the center line, and which is nothing but the like y axis, and the peak point of the curve is lies on the x is equal to mu line or z is equal to 0. So x minus infinity and x is equal to plus infinity. In normal distribution curve, so we say that the normal distribution curve is the bell shaped curve, and it is a symmetrical curve about the line x is equal to mu or z is equal to 0. This is x minus infinity and x plus infinity, and z is equal to minus infinity or z is equal to, this is 0, z is equal to plus infinity. So here the line y axis is the central line, and the curve is symmetrical about this axis f of x. The curve is symmetrical about this line, and the curve is same shape to the left of the line f of x and right of the line f of x. That means there exists a same area, the same area what we have in the left side, the same area will get on the right side also of the distribution curve. So the curve is the bell shaped curve, and the curve is symmetrical about this y axis or f of x, and there exists same area to the left of the line y is equal to f of x and right of the line y is equal to f of x. And also in this model or in this normal distribution, we consider the entire probability is equal to 1. We know that the sum of all probabilities is equal to 1, and here we denote the areas, the probabilities are nothing but areas. So the area we treat it as a 1 unit. Under the normal curve, the entire area is equal to 1 unit. We compare with the areas with the probabilities. The total area is equal to 1. So the area on the left side is 0.5 units, and the area on the right hand side is equal to 0.5. Am I right? Total area is 1. Total area on the normal curve is equal to 1. So the left side of the curve line y is equal to f of x is 0.5, and the right side of the curve, the area is equal to 0.5 units. And these areas will get in the normal tables. We will produce normal tables later classes. So the areas under the normal curve will get a tabulated form that are called the areas are under the normal curve. So areas x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3, 4, 5. So you get the areas from 0 to some 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3, 0 to 4. Those values you can get from the areas, tabulated values of the standard normal distribution. Now we see in the normal distribution the mean and variance. I am going to prove that the mean is equal to mu and variance is equal to sigma square. So the first one is mean. So what is the formula for mean? So the mean is equal to expected value of x is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x into f of x into dx. We know that the mean general formula for continuous distribution, it will be minus infinity to infinity x into PDF. What is PDF? F of x is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus of x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square. This is the probability density function of the normal distribution. So I am replacing f of x by 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus of x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square of dx. So to evaluate this integral, I am taking the substitution, put z is equal to x minus mu by sigma. So I am taking z is equal to x minus mu by sigma. The limits are, when x is equal to minus infinity, z is also tends to minus infinity. X minus infinity, mean means some constant. Sigma is also some numerical value which is positive. So the entire value will become minus infinity. Similarly, when x is equal to plus infinity, z is also plus infinity. So then the entire integral changes to minus infinity to infinity. X is equal to, when z is equal to x minus mu by sigma, so x minus mu is equal to sigma z, x is equal to mu plus sigma z, and here the value dx is equal to sigma into dz. So on replacing x is equal to mu plus sigma z 1 by sigma root 2 pi into e power minus z square by 2, dx means sigma into dz. Dx is replaced by sigma dz. Limits change it to the same as it is, minus infinity to infinity. Mu plus sigma z, x is replaced. So sigma cancel here, which is equal to mu into minus infinity to infinity 1 by root 2 pi e power minus z square by 2 dz plus the second value sigma into integral minus infinity to infinity z into 1 by root 2 pi. So here the first term mu 1 by root 2 pi e power minus z square by 2 dz, first term. Second term sigma integral minus infinity to infinity z into 1 by root 2 pi e power minus z square by 2 into dz. So this is equal to mu into, this is sum of all probabilities. We know that if z is a normal variate, then it is the PDF. We know that 1 by root 2 pi e power minus z square by 2. So the sum of all probabilities is equal to 1. So here sigma into, this is a minus infinity to infinity z into e power minus z square by 2. So this value, so if it is an odd function, the integrand is here, it is an odd function, z into e power minus z square by 2, the integral value is equal to 0. We know that one rule in integration, integral minus a to a, f of x dx is equal to 0 if any x is an odd number. This is odd, function is odd function. If even function, I can write 2 into 0 to a f of x dx. Since it is an odd function, so I can write the entire probability value is equal to 0. So this is expected value of x, therefore E of x is equal to mu. That is the mean of the distribution, the mean of the normal distribution is equal to mu. E of x is equal to mu. Next, the next derivation is variance. So we have to show that the variance of z is equal to sigma square. So what is the variance? Variance of x is equal to expected value of x minus mu whole square. We know the formula, or you can use the formula E of x square minus E of x whole square. Both are same. This is the formula for variance, or expected value of x minus mean whole square. So here mean is mu, already we have derived. So we are going to evaluate expected value of x minus mu whole square. That is integral minus infinity to infinity x minus mu whole square into f of x into dx. As per the definition of the expected value, integral minus infinity to infinity x minus mu whole square f of x into dx. But what is f of x? F of x is the PDF. So what we have to replace? F of x by 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus of x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square into dx. Now to evaluate this integral, I am taking the substitution, put z is equal to x minus mu by sigma. Then x minus mu is equal to sigma z, and x is equal to mu plus sigma z, and dx is equal to sigma into dz. So the limit same. When x is equal to minus infinity, z also minus infinity. When x is infinity, z is also infinity. So there is no change in the limits of integration. Minus infinity to infinity, x minus mu sigma z whole square 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus z square by 2 dx means sigma into dz. See this once again. The limits no change, 1 minus infinity to infinity. X minus mu is replaced by sigma z whole square 1 by sigma root 2 pi as it is e power minus z square by 2 into dx is replaced by sigma into dz. So on cancelling out, sigma gets cancelled, and sigma square into sigma square is constant, and 1 by root 2 pi is also constant. So you can write outside, this is sigma square by root 2 pi. Sigma square root 2 pi. Both are constants. I can write outside the integral minus infinity to infinity z square into e power minus z square by 2 into dz. I hope clear. This is 1 by root 2 pi sigma square can be right outside. This is minus infinity to infinity. Here z square, it is e power minus z square by 2 dz. So here it is an even function. So in the previous integration, here we have get z. We have obtained z. Here it is z square. Z square e power minus z square. So this is integrand. Integrand is even function. So what is the formula for even function? Sigma square by root 2 pi 2 into 0 to infinity z square into e power minus z square by 2 into dz. As per the integration formulas, integral minus a to a f of z dz, where f of z is the even function. If it is even function, 2 into 0 to infinity, same function dz. If it is odd function, the entire integral will be 0. So based on that, we have written here. So root 2 by root pi into sigma square. And cancelling out, we'll get root 2 will get in the numerator. Root 2 by root pi into sigma square. So this is 0 to infinity z square. This I can calculate by using another substitution method. So I will see in the next step. Z square into e power minus z square by 2 into dz. Now to evaluate this integral again, put z square by 2 is equal to t. So here I will write, put z square by 2 is equal to t. Then what is z square? This is 2t. And 2z dz is equal to 2 dt. So limits when z 0, z is equal to 0, t also 0. When z 0, lower limit z value 0, z 0, t value 0 by 2, that is 0. When z is infinity and t also infinity, there is no change. So used on this substitution, root 2 by root pi sigma square, t limits also 0 to infinity. I am changing the limits from z to t because we are using the substitution method to evaluate the integral. So z square can be replaced by 2t. Z square is equal to 2t. E power minus z square by 2, that is t, and dz is equal to, what is dz? 2 to cancel. Dz is equal to dt by z. Again z is equal to root 2t. Clear all of you? This is integral 0 to infinity. Z square is 2t. E power minus t. Dz means dt by z actually. But what is z? Z is equal to root 2t. So this is substituted by root 2t. So again, I'm simplifying. So here root 2 gets cancelled, and this is 2 into 2 constant can be right outside, 2 sigma square by root pi. So integral 0 to infinity, what will get on the e power minus t into dt. So see once, root 2 gets cancelled. So 2 can be right outside, 2 by root pi into sigma square, am I right? 0 to infinity, e power minus t into t by root t dt. Here t by root t. So on simplifying this, so what we will get, 2 into sigma square by root pi integral 0 to infinity e power minus t into t power half into dt. So denominator root t, so in cancelling out you will get root t in the numerator. So this is 2 sigma square by root pi integral 0 to infinity e power minus t power, so how you can write? T power 3 by 2 minus 1. So I can write 3 by 2 minus 1 is 1 by 2 dt. So we have one gamma function. Gamma of n is integral 0 to infinity e power minus x power n minus 1 into dx. So here it is e power minus t power n minus 1. 3 by 2 minus 1, it is half dt. So what you can write, the entire integral can be replaced by gamma of 3 by 2. Integral 0 to infinity e power minus x power n minus 1 dx model. But here the variable is t, the remaining is same. So, but what is gamma of 3 by 2? What is gamma of 3 by 2? Gamma of 1 by 2 plus 1. Already you have seen in the first semester. Gamma function. Gamma of n plus 1. That is n into gamma of n. 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2. That is 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2 is root pi. So, this is 2 sigma square by root pi into gamma of 3 by 2 is root pi by 2. Gamma of 3 by 2 is root pi by 2. So, root pi cancel, 2 cancel. So, what we will get? Variance of x is equal to sigma square. So, this is the formula for the variance in normal distribution. So, what we have proved? The mean is equal to mu and variance is equal to sigma square in the normal distribution. Thank you.